Good morning, guys. Good morning, guys. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Whoa, what did I do here? How's everybody doing? Can you guys hear me? Good morning, guys. Whoa, what is this? See, I feel like you guys can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Oh, gee. Can you guys hear me? Let me know, Michelle. Let me know. Shake Money. Good morning. Perfect. Good. See, this always happens. Technical difficulties. It wouldn't be a fun day without technical difficulties. You know what I mean? Yay. Well, good morning, guys. Yes, welcome back to Miss Fins. It's Miss Fins, Dolphin Lover, as you can see, ready for the draft. Yes, if you have this question, I'm going to answer it right away because I already know you probably have this question. Why, Miss Fins, are you wearing last year's draft hat? Well, first of all, I bought it. So that's one of the reasons. Second, honestly, because I really like this hat versus whatever they come up with this year. Sorry, guys, I don't like that hat at all, and I was not gonna buy it. And look, you see this? This is a nice hat. It's a nice hat. So, me personally, no. I didn't like it at all. So, yep, that's exactly why I am wearing this one, and it is draft day. So I figured I must wear something draft related. How you doing, Squid Games? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah, exactly, Michelle. I get you. Because honestly, this is gonna be interesting. Listen, guys, I'm with Michelle. But before I get to Michelle, real quick, guys, welcome in again. It's Miss Fizz. Do me a favor, hit the like button. Why? Because we want to get more people in here. We're going to talk about the draft. We're going to talk about a lot of things today. I do have a hard stop at 9 because, like most of you guys, I am a working woman. I got to get paid bills. So, man, not much I can really say over other than that. So, in order for us to pay bills, we got to work. So, first up at 9. But because of that, and it is draft day, I do want to go ahead and have everybody come on early. I'm literally going to take just a handful of minutes just to give you my opinion of what I think is going to happen. And then from that, I want to hear from you guys. So I have dropped the link. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and take a look at it again. I'm going to drop it one more time. Why? Because I want to hear from you guys as well. It's our draft day, guys. And now, granted, I'm going to get into it. Obviously, the elephant in the room. It is day one. And as per now, the Dolphins don't really have a first round pick. But does that even matter? Not really. How you doing, Phins fan panel? Hey. If I'm not mistaken, that's Larry, right? Right, Larry? That feel like that's you. If it is, then welcome. Love your show, guys. If you haven't seen it, go to Finn's Fan Panel. Subscribe. He's amazing. He always has phenomenal panels all the time. They make me laugh. The great wealth of knowledge, and he has a very strong point of view about the Dolphins, and I like that. Because us having um, different points of views, I feel like that's what makes it fun. If everybody had the same point of view, that'd be the most boring thing of life. But the fact that we have different points of views and the way we want to go about loving our team and the way we want to go about getting our team better makes it funner. So yes, check out Finn's fan panel. He's amazing. So definitely want to go ahead and shout him out and everybody else, all the great YouTubers, guys. We put a lot of work into this, but it's a lot of fun and we love what we do. If we didn't, we wouldn't be doing it. Just telling you that. So I want to go back to real quick, guys. The topic of the day, as you can see, draft 2022. What are we gonna do? Because even though it's day one and we don't have any picks, there's still a lot of stuff that could be done, and that's what I'm gonna touch in here. But I agree with you, Michelle. This is a weird day for me. Last 2 years, I was very excited. Now I'm hoping there's no excitement for us. Okay, girl, you're gonna have to clarify that one. What do you mean by excitement? Are you like afraid of the moves we're gonna make? Because to be honest with you, Yeah, I can see why you would be afraid because a lot of things could happen today without us even having a pick, and that's the interesting part. So I find it funny, but for me, guys, listen, it's first day of the draft, um, 2022. It's in Las Vegas, as you know. Who has the number one overall pick? Well, if you didn't know, the Detroit Lions have no Jacksonville Jaguars. Did I get that right? Am I delusional today? Okay, I wasn't delusional. I was right for both, but Jacksonville has the number one overall pick, and the Lions have the second. I can't believe the Lions had a better record than the Jaguars. And the Jaguars actually beat the Dolphins and the Bills, but at least we got points on them. They held Josh Allen, Trash Allen, to 6 points, and he didn't even score. I think it was two kicks, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, so that's first and second overall, guys. The Giants have two picks in the top 10. I mean, it's like what, pick 5 and 7? Yeah. This is ridiculous. This is insane. Now, one thing that I am very, very cautious about is the fact that, hey, how you doing, Mike C? Yeah, it's the fact that even though we don't have a pick this year, and I was watching the Phins tailgate. Shout out to those guys. Go like and subscribe. Last night, and El Capitan he put this video out which I hadn't seen about there are 8 teams, and this is the first time in the common era that 8 teams have two picks. That hasn't happened before. And also at the same time, 8 teams don't have a first round pick, and obviously we're one of those. We don't pick to the third round. So for me, my thing is what's gonna happen with those teams because let's be honest, people, this is not a really strong draft. Definitely not for quarterback. And somebody I said this maybe like a month ago and people were kind of questioning me. But you'll see today how, oh yeah, there's not a lot of QBs, blah blah blah. And I said, look, we might not even get three QBs in this first round. So to me, I'm not even, I'm not. I don't even know what to expect at this point because if the QBs aren't going, what do you expect next? Now, I will tell you this though, it's going to be pretty fun because the wide receivers, that's deep, linebackers, that's deep. According to NFL and ESPN, O line is pretty deep, which are the three major things that we really, not really wide receivers much for me personally. I want to focus on, I would prefer to have a veteran center because we already have Dieter. So why would we need another draft? I think he's developed. And I feel like he can develop more, but having that veteran will make him even better. So that's why I say we don't really need it. But could they draft one? Sure. I mean, it's the Dolphins. Linebacker for sure. Middle linebacker, especially, I feel like we need. And as far as a lot of people want to say running back, but why? We already have like a million running backs. But you never know. That's just what we hear out here. I personally don't think we need running back as much as I would say we can totally use maybe a more honestly, D line would be more. I'm a defensive girl. I love defense, so I'm always gonna have that. Now, oh my God, guys, we got Larry himself. What?
Hey,
Larry?
morning,
How
Miss
you
Phins.
doing?
Morning, morning. Nice to wake
Wait,
up, have
I can't
breakfast
hear
with
you
you,
at
my
all.
young
So hold
lady.
on one second.
Oh, you can't hear me? Can you hear me?
I'm doing well, but for some reason, let me get my audio here.
Hmm.
Yep, of course it's not working. Why? Because of course it's not working. That's all.
So you can't hear me, huh?
Come on, man.
Let let me back out and try
Yep, for
again.
some reason my audio is not working, but you know what? It's okay. You guys can hear me. That's what's most important. I think I know why, though. Let's do this. Let me check this out. Okay, well, you know what? It's fine. At the end of the day, you're going to be able to find me. Let's see here. Let's do this. Now you tell me, can you hear me now?
Oh, I can hear you. It's you that's not hearing me. Can you hear me?
I might have to go headphone and hear people. Yeah. Yeah, I can hear you. It's just gonna
Okay.
be a little bit delayed for some reason. So let's see here. We also got EM Baller.
What's good, everybody?
Hey,
Hey,
How
how's it
you doing,
going, everybody?
EM?
It's draft day. Yay! As a football fan, I love watching the draft. And
Hey.
if the Jaguars get Trevon
So
Walker, that is such a Trent Baalke move.
draft
Oh
day,
my
right?
gosh.
oh God. I mean, could they be more incompetent? You know, I have a
I
rule.
don't get the hype around him. Everyone's hyping him and Kobe Dean up because they won the national championship. But I
Yeah.
mean, I'm just not a fan of
First of all,
either
you
of
know
their
what I don't get
takes.
about N'Kobe Dean? We don't need him. Stop. Okay,
Yeah, there were
who's he
actually
gonna
people
replace?
that were.
Brandon Jones, Jerome
Yeah,
Baker. I mean, if you
yeah.
want to get a Jerome Baker, go for it. Then I understand why you want N'Kobe Dean, but he's not gonna fix our main problem. We all know. We know what the main problem because we're intelligent Dolphin fans. We need an inside linebacker that could stop the run
Yeah,
inside,
like Devin Lloyd.
not want to run one sideline to
But
sideline like Baker does.
we're not gonna get Devin Lloyd. But if we still had that first round pick, the only linebacker I would want in the first round is Devin Lloyd.
Yeah, oh for sure. First round for sure. I'm with you there. I think I got in my show. I'm gonna have 1 o'clock show today, guys. I'm gonna talk about that. There's only 3 players I think the Dolphins should move up for. There are more, but the price will be too high. You know that I really I cannot stand back and listen to people say stuff that quite frankly is unintelligible. The cost is too high for the Dolphins to go back to the first round. You're on mute, Miss Fins. You muted yourself. Just to let you know I heard you want to say
Yeah, I agree.
something.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Right?
I don't think we
But
should trade back up, especially if we're gonna give away future picks. I want to keep those picks,
exactly.
and we'll get
So
a
if you're gonna
linebacker in the third or fourth round that can tackle.
right, so to move up and it's not costly. Now, guys, I want to say this. Okay, so 3 players I think the
I agree.
Dolphins may move up for. Okay, within range, within reasonable range, and also, guys, a player could be involved. Also, guys, I'm gonna talk about this in my show, so as a preview. Nobody's talking about it. Third and fourth round picks are valuable trade commodities, not for other draft picks, for players.
Good.
You could trade a late third round pick, get you a quality football player. I don't mean a Joe Schmo, an average player. I mean a quality football player. There's got to be a reason. If I had hair, I'd be pulling it out of my head right now. That the
Trades,
Dolphins are
baby.
sitting on all this cap space, right? Usually, taking it from the NBA, usually that's trade chips. You trade players that teams that want to help unload their cap burden. Same thing in the NFL apply. So a third round pick will get you at least a borderline Pro Bowl player. If that's what I'm gonna do in my show this afternoon. I haven't done it. I'm gonna do it because it's slow. You know, Miss Fins, everybody's slow right now, and I'm slow in the paddle shows in the afternoon too. So I'm gonna actually research it with the guys that are gonna be there. What
Yeah.
teams could potentially be targeted to see the Dolphins make a trade with a team? Do they have a player that might be available for us that we may offer a third or fourth round pick for? So, that's the one thing I want to say people are not talking about. That you could also trade your draft picks for players. Hey, what a
You know
concept,
what?
huh?
And that's one of the things that I was gonna get into today because I feel like we don't have a first rounder, but or at least first day, but we do have the ability to still make trades. Now, because like I said earlier, this draft is more towards wide receivers, linebackers. They have more running backs, you could say, in general. Um, they're gonna be teams who are rebuilding who may want to go ahead and take a younger player, a draftee, because it'll be cheaper. They may have multiple picks, but they may need more to fill in the holes. So by having those, they'll be able to go ahead and get those younger players. Now, as we may know, draft picks actually have different values. So we, as and you also know, Greer is going to be very, very good at maneuvering any team that tries to trade with us, because he's gonna make sure he comes out on top. And because of that, I think that, I'm not saying fleecing, but I think we're gonna be able to get really good value if we do trade out of the third. Maybe trade back and pick up an extra, maybe like an extra fourth, or even an extra fifth this year, or even, because next year is looking like it's gonna be even bigger, and a more, I don't want to say lucrative draft, but a stronger draft. We may be picking up more draft picks for next year, even though technically they're gonna be valued less, because you obviously don't know if they're gonna be good or not. But because of how strong it's being projected, I think that's probably one of the things that we could see the Dolphins do today, or not even today, but oh yeah, actually today for tomorrow. They don't even necessarily have to do it. And there's so many players that we could still pick up. And right now, I'm getting this kind of like um this like deja vu. I don't know if you guys remember in free agency when we were all waiting for, the whole league was waiting for Teron Armstead to drop. Where is he going to sign? What is he going to do? Now we're right back at it again with Debo. Where is he going to sign? What is he going to do for other players to go ahead and get picked up by other teams? So at this point, honestly, I'm not even sure if we're going to make too many moves. But can I see us making moves outside of what we're going to have and trading those picks for players, like you said, Larry? Yeah, I could definitely see, especially this day, because this is when you want to make it. A lot of teams are going to try to get the players they can with the picks they have for day one.
Mhm.
But obviously, because you're not paying as much with the player in round two and three, they're going to want to go ahead and make those moves now, that in case they don't get a player in day one, they're able to get that player in day two and
You
day
know what?
three. So I
I don't
think
think
that's
that.
probably where the Dolphins are going to head into, only because obviously we don't have a first day. So
Yeah, I think we have a delay here. Um, I don't think the Dolphins are gonna. A lot of people say because Greer's history. Sometimes, guys, you gotta look at where you're at right now. Look at our
yeah, we do.
roster. Look at our roster. Okay, the chances. I'm gonna be up blunt here. The chances of fifth to seventh round pick making this team is gone way remote. Okay, way remote. This is not the 2019 Dolphins. Okay, this team is loaded. You guys recognize it. We're not talking about priorities anymore. We're talking about upgrades. Okay, this team is loaded. So I'm not the kind. Personally believe if I was in Greer's shoes, I would not be looking to add more picks. That sentence is what we're
Hmm.
doing. I'm looking to get more quality picks. So maybe, like I said, move up, package those two sevens to move up a few spots in the third round if there's a player I really want. Chance of those seventh round picks making this team is nil, virtually nil. So, and plus, truth is, undrafted free agents are just as good as many seventh round picks anyway. So that is my thought on that. Also, well, this is an interesting thought. This will tell me if something like this happened. Don't be surprised if it happened. I don't expect it because I'm one of those that believe Greer is smart and they want to play their cards close to the vest in terms of future. That yes, I believe in Tua, but Tua hasn't produced yet, right? So as we all know, having those picks next year is a nice little insurance card. However, if they really are all in, like they publicly state, do not be surprised if they trade one of those picks
Hmm.
to get a player. And I got to name one player that comes to my mind, but I talked about it, Dolphins Beast guy, Taylor Decker of Detroit. We talked about him before. Would be a great addition to a right tackle. Can we entice Detroit with a second and maybe a Liam Eichenberg? You know, second next year. Why would Detroit go for that? Or how about this, Detroit? We draft. Eichenberg first, our first next year, or well, we want our first, not San Francisco, because we're Dolphin fans. We believe we're gonna have a great year. San Francisco to start our first next year for your third round and Decker, right? Why would Detroit do that? Because Detroit will be in the position of wanting to get a quarterback, and what's in a great quarterback year? What would you want? More ammo. So Detroit is a team I would target, a rebuild team still that clearly doesn't have any playoff hopes. And there's a player that why would they be willing to get it? Because they're paying Decker left tackle money while they have Penny Sewell. So yeah, that's always been an issue. So I think it's definitely one if I'm pursuing, and I wouldn't be shocked if something like that happened. And that's what I'm gonna go. I'm gonna scan through all the rebuilding teams, seem to have players. I think the Dolphins would be interested because the Dolphins, that next year's capital is awesome for teams that are going to be looking for quarterbacks next year. So any of these teams, I don't care what people said about Pittsburgh and what they're doing. These are projected to be outstanding quarterbacks. Any smart team that doesn't have an outstanding
Exactly.
quarterback will want those picks to have draft capital to move up. Again, that's if I'm Greer, and I believe the hype he's been putting out there that Tua, we believe in Tua. 100% we're in Tua. Well, 100% in Tua. Let's continue building our team for this year. If you don't, and I'm as much as I love Tua, I'm call me show me state more in person, which I was not, but I should have been. Until he shows it, I'll keep in every insurance card I can find just in case.
Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of rolling over the cap for next year and keeping all
Oh,
those picks for next year so
oh,
that way we
I
can
see that you
afford those
stopped. Go
draft
ahead, Ian.
picks. Yeah, I was just saying that I think we should roll over a lot of the cap from this year to next year so that way we can afford to pay our picks. And we got some players coming up for contracts like Christian Wilkins, Zach Sealer, Andrew Van Ginkel if he takes that next big step. So
Mhm.
we got some people we got to keep, and
Yeah,
I
but
want to
Ian,
keep as much defense as we can because there's still a question mark on the defensive coordinator.
I have an issue. I have a problem with that. Right? Why would the Dolphins create all that space then to turn around and not use it? They could have just not restructured all these contracts, take all the hit this year, and have that money for next year. Could be Greer's smarter than me, and he's saying, you know what, just in case something pops up, I'm having this
Oh yeah,
salary
Greer
cap.
always has insurance
Right, and by
ready to
the
go.
way, Ian Baller, you know me, I'm the band leader about salary cap is a real number. However, I'm also the band leader when you have the opportunity, you got to go for the gold like the LA Rams did. The Dolphins can create plenty of cap space next year by just robbing Peter to pay Paul, just like the Rams have been doing. That we continue for there. So the Dolphins have a lot of options. Like you said, is also very valid. They don't do nothing. All that draft cap. We only got 40 players under contract next year, guys. I want you to hear me. I think one up to 43 of the players they signed, but that's all. That means you have a lot of roster spots. Now, fortunately, we don't
That's
have, and
low.
we still have our own free agents to sign too. So yeah, you're absolutely right about that. If you want to keep it there and improve that way, that's definitely a legitimate option. But I've always been one. I preach it when I'm in business. Be ready for the opportunity come and when strike. The Dolphins, if they believe they're close, get a Taylor Decker. I'm just using him as a name because nobody's going to argue about the wisdom of getting a Taylor Decker to play right tackle. I mean, then your offensive line is absolutely on borderline awesome. Would be
I
borderline.
would be stunned if Dan Campbell traded him away because he seems like the kind of guy who loves to build those trenches. And let's say he adds a guy like Evan Neal or Ikem Ikwanu and puts them at guard for now, and their offensive line could be one of the best in the NFL.
But the truth is, what every team needs is a franchise quarterback. Okay, I don't know about you, and I don't know if Detroit's delusioned himself about Jared Goff. He's not a franchise quarterback.
No, they're waiting for next draft, not this draft.
That's my
I don't
point,
think they
Ian
believe
Baller.
that there's a
That is
good
my
enough
point.
quarterback.
You get more assets for next year, so they definitely be in position to move up.
Yeah, but they're going to be a bad team regardless, though, so they'll be in position to get a quarterback.
Hold on. That may be the quarterback they want. I don't think they're gonna be the worst team in football next year. They weren't this year, and I don't think next year they are
No,
going to
they'll
be.
be a top five worst team, and I feel like
Right. And you
there
know what?
could be several quarterbacks that could be
Yeah,
up there.
baller, and then you're subject like the Dolphins to be at the whim of the other four teams that draft ahead of you. And let me tell you something. Let's say San Francisco is one of those picks ahead of you, their pick, which is now ours, right? And Tua balls out like we think it. You know what we're gonna do with that pick? You want to take a guess what we're gonna more likely gonna do with that
Yeah.
pick? Yep, Miss Finn, you want to take a guess? We're gonna trade it to a quarterback team that wants a quarterback, and that leaves Detroit out the loop. That's why Detroit needs more
I think
assets.
perhaps.
Good. Yes, a delay.
Well, no, I'm right with you when it comes to the pick. Yeah, I know the delay. I'm sorry, guys. Draft day, day one. It happens. But as far as trading those picks for those players, I definitely see it. You're better off having it for next year because we can package those together, and then we'll be able to go ahead and put those um for us, because the best thing would be if Tua hits, we can just make the team better and get depth. If we don't, if he doesn't, we'll still be able to have enough pieces to be able to get one of these veteran quarterbacks to take this already ready Super Bowl team to take us to the promised land. Now, I'm not gonna say who. Everybody has their suggestion. Ready, Lamar. But like it's still going to be somebody who's a veteran they're gonna pick. They're not gonna give this entire team to another rookie. But
No,
that's just in my opinion.
no, I
Personally, I
agree.
don't think they're gonna take it with another draftee.
Yeah.
I think it's
Well,
gonna
think
be a
about it,
veteran.
Miss Vince. Think about everybody out there. Tua isn't the quarterback we hope he'd be. So you're going to draft a rookie quarterback. Meanwhile, the team that you built, okay, the team that you built now is going to be having free agents left and right. You're going to have to pay big bucks for. All of a sudden, you cannot improve your team anymore. The best you can hope for is to stay even while this quarterback develops. That may take a couple of years, at best. I don't think, personally, it may be an excellent quarterback class, but there's no Joe Burrows or out there, in my opinion, that's going to come day one and help you win football games from day one. They're all going to need a little work and stuff like that.
and that's and that's where you but it's still going to be better than this year. That's where I say there if he doesn't pan out, if Tua doesn't pan out,
Hmm.
then they're going to go ahead and go for a veteran quarterback because they know at least they have the experience to deal with and take this team that's already built to the promised land. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about winning the Super Bowl, but if one player can't make it, we'll have the arsenal to be able to upgrade that position, whichever position it is. Not, and I don't mean just Tua, whichever
Yeah,
position, to be able to get a veteran to help this team to win a Super Bowl because that's what we're here for.
yeah,
And
but
and you'll see a lot of those moves
yeah,
day
but like
one.
I said, guys, I want to make this perfectly clear. I'm not saying that's what I would do. I'm just saying this team has a lot of options. Okay, really do, really flexible and not. And I just want you to expand your minds to other options that so that way we don't get caught off guard and surprised when something happens. I could see it happening. And again, I preface this: if I'm Greer and I really, really believe in Tua, okay, I believe Tua can be better than Garoppolo for sure. I'm for sure he's better than Garoppolo. I'm gonna put it out there. There, can he be better than that though? We don't know. But you know what? Better than
Oh
Garoppolo
yes,
with this
yes.
team can make this a potential Super Bowl team. So what? You know what's easier than
Mhm.
hoping next year is actually getting more quality football players and make it a super team. A super team is not. You're not a super team if you have a great quarterback and don't have super players. Okay, I'm talking about a super teams like the Dolphins were, like Pittsburgh were in the past, where it had marginal quarterbacks, in my opinion, good quarterbacks, but definitely not superstars in the level of greatest ever quarterbacks there. But they were dominant football teams. So look at this Dolphin team. Look at where you need to be that dominant. We as fans know it. Two positions right off the bat. I can name a couple of others maybe that we can upgrade, like center we can upgrade for sure to make that. But nothing wrong with Dieter. Stop right there. Nothing wrong with Dieter. But can we upgrade Dieter to make our team a super team?
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Same thing as we
Mm-mm.
all know,
Nope.
right tackle, inside linebacker that can stop the run. And not guys, we have one. I hate to tell you this, we have one, Landon Roberts. Stop the run, but do a credible job in pass coverage. That's where Roberts fails. That's where almost every inside linebacker in the NFL fails us. Fails every team. So go out there. So we lost our Robert Wagner. So you asked me for my money was my
And you know
office.
what?
I don't
Real
think they're
quick,
gonna do that. Yeah.
Larry.
Mhm.
Oh, there you go with the delay. Sorry, guys. Just quick reminder: 305 Sports Bay. Welcome to Miss Phins. Yes, tonight the Dolphins will have a draft party. Two of them, one at the Fort Lauderdale Wharf and one at the Miami Wharf or Wharf Miami. So if you guys want to go, you can look online. They have it on their website. They have all the information. They'll be able to go ahead and party with other Dolphins fans, to be honest with you, because we don't have a first round party, so let's party with other fans. I mean, that's the way to do it. So I just wanted to remind everybody, and thank you, 305 Sports, baby. I appreciate it. Now, with Larry, with what you were saying, upgrading the center, I've always said the two pieces that I want to upgrade: right tackle as a veteran and center as a veteran. Not because I don't think Dieter can do it, but I still feel like he's developing. Having that veteran is going to help him develop so much more, so much faster. And to me, he's our future when it comes to the center position. So that's why I want somebody that's a veteran that will be able to go ahead and guide him and show him what to do. As far as
Uh,
right tackle, we have like three guys really that could play that position, but they need, again, a
develop.
leader to show them what to do. And those are the positions that I want them to go ahead and tackle this off season. Because realistically speaking, because this is McDaniel first year, I think that it's going to be a tryout. I think we'll make the playoffs. To make it to the Super Bowl, we may need a couple other pieces to finish it out.
Well,
But
thank you, Miss
if we
Finn. That's
have
what I'm saying
this
about. They're close.
established,
They're
for next year,
close.
it'll be
Make
easier.
that move. That's exactly what I'm talking about. If Greer feels that way, we're a couple of pieces. Guys, I've seen it. I'm 65 years old. I've been following sports for almost 50 years, right? So many teams get close, but can't get over that hump. Okay. And then you got either you try to make a move to get over the hump or you just whittle away. We see two teams that have done it. So just recently,
Nope.
for you guys' memories, the LA Rams built a team that they felt was a Super Bowl caliber team, but was a quarterback away. They made the move, they mortgaged their future, made the move, right move. Cleveland Browns, we see the one yet that the Dolphins are going to be in, right? We reach a certain stage in our development, but we can't quite get over the hump. They're blaming Baker Mayfield, whoever may be the coach. So what they do, they make them move for Deshaun Watson while I still have that talent there for another year or two. So if the Dolphins feel they're that close, okay, to me it all comes down to Tua. How you really feel about Tua? Are you really believe what you're saying in public towards the man? Okay, from here on forward, including the future, you're gonna bank everything on Tua. Then, like you said, Miss Finn, you got to go out there and get those last two missing pieces. One thing on Dieter, guys. I don't. First of all, I disagree with you on experience. Dieter, this is going to be his fourth year. That's an experienced, young, experienced lineman. So I don't think experience is going to be an issue, especially now that you got couple of veterans around him to help him out. However, there's two variables with Dieter. One, he's only proven that he's at least maybe slightly above average center that can improve because it was actually his first year as center, and that's an issue. Okay, because we want short things. I think we all agree with that, right? The other variable, Dieter's a free agent after this year. People forget that. So he comes ball out. He's going to demand a big contract. If the Dolphins draft a center, as we think they will, it's people out there says it's to replace Dieter. It's not to replace Dieter this year, right? It's competition. Always want competition. There'll be competition. Have that center ready in case they want to let Dieter walk away next year. So they don't have to pay $10 million to Michael Dieter. You get $1 million center, basically, the third round pick. That's what their salary is going to be. So when you look at the roster, you look at what's happening, that's just a big, big red flag. Look at me, look at me. This is what the Dolphins are going to do. Don't be shocked. Which is why from day one, I've always pointed out center. But people said, Larry, no, no, no. It's to replace Dieter. It's not to replace Dieter. It's to, first of all, we don't have backup center. And on top of that, Dieter's a free agent next year.
Yeah, we're not going to get any center in the third round
No, we
that
don't.
will.
We don't have
Um,
a backup center. So,
we
oh,
don't. There's
sorry,
not going to
go
be a
Ian.
center. Oh, sorry. There's not going to be a center in the third round or fourth round that's better than Dieter. But yeah, it's definitely competition. And if they decide not to keep Dieter, then just plug him right in or get a more veteran center. But yeah, I mean it's competition. I like competition. That's why I like that Liam Eichenberg and Austin Jackson and even Robert Jones are all going to compete that right tackle spot. You know, it's going to be a great battle to watch in camp.
So, as far as um and let me just take this time really quickly to just kind of reset, guys. Welcome back to Miss Fins, guys. I really do appreciate it. I'm Miss Fins. I got Larry from the Fins panel here, up here, talking with us. Ian Baller as well, both very knowledgeable guys. So it's very exciting. This is Miss Fins. If you guys could do me a favor, go ahead and join the conversation, but also hit the like button, guys. Share because we want to go ahead and get to 300 subscribers. We're already at, I think, 240, so we're about 10 away from 250. Let's go ahead and make it happen, guys, because at the end of the day, the goal is 2,000. So let's go ahead and make it happen. If you can do me a favor, share, like, subscribe, guys. Again, Miss Fins. It's just another awesome Dolphins YouTuber. I mean, if I don't say so myself. But, we're able to go ahead and talk about our favorite team, which is the Dolphins. So hit the like button, guys. Share, subscribe, smash the like button so we can go ahead and get everybody over here and they can see the show here. We're always bringing content to Miss Fins, and all of you guys are always welcome. I just want to say real quickly hello and good morning to everybody. I say hello to 305 Sports Babe. We have David here. We have, I think I saw, yeah, Michelle. All of you guys, thank you so much for joining. Shake Money, Green Rat, Isaac. Thank you so much for coming, Nelson. Mike C. Thank you guys. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for joining, Miss Finch. Ryan, Zubertron. Thank you for joining. Yeah, exactly. Just destroy the where is it? What did you say? Destroy the like button, guys. Go ahead and do so because we need the like button. We need to let everybody know that we're up here. This morning on draft day. Happy draft day, everybody. 2 p.m. Wow, John D. 2 p.m. from UK time. Man, look at these guys. We're worldwide. You see that? Worldwide. This is awesome. Welcome to Miss Fins. Carrie P, thank you so much. Oh, listening from work. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. One thing that I did wanted to go ahead and ask both of you guys, Larry and Ian Baller, is and one I know a lot of teams, a lot of people are talking about, oh, let's get this player, let's get this other player, things like that. What do we do with the two seventh rounders? Because I know that our third and our fourth are gonna have obviously most value, but we still have two seven rounders. So do we package those as far as a trade to maybe get some more picks or get another player? What do you think about those two second rounders?
Yeah, you want
I'm
to go
seventh
first?
rounder, sorry.
Sure, I'll go first. I mean, they can do it. I mean, I'm fine with whatever they do with it. If they keep them, if they feel like there's a couple of good players that they like, go ahead. If they want to get seventh rounders in the next draft, they can do that. They can package them to get a six, you know. So I'm fine with whatever, you know. I kind of hope that they make a pick in day three, but if they don't and they just trade them away for like future picks, I'll be fine with that too.
Hmm. You know what's interesting? That's exactly the dilemma the Dolphins are in. They can do a lot of different things because they have the flexibility, and none of it is wrong. None of it is wrong. In my mind, this is only my mind. I think them using those picks is the only thing that I could make an argument that it's wrong because they're going to be eventually cut. So why waste it? So I think the two smart options, if it's available to them, is if there's a player that they want that may be only a couple of picks away. Okay, why not use those picks to move up and get that player if they can? Okay, why risk somebody jumping in and getting a player that they want? Or this is probably the most likely scenario: package those two picks for next year's sixth or seventh round pick, giving them more ammo for next year. Because, like I said, they only have 40 players on the roster next year, and they're gonna have a lot more openings than they're gonna have this year. So that's just a thought. That way they can go. Either way, don't be surprised, guys. Which way they go? Like I said, tons of options for this team. None of it exactly wrong. None of it exactly right.
Oh no, definitely don't be surprised because this is what we do in the Dolphins, especially with Greer. I mean, if you think about it, Greer has been very shifty. You know, in the last two drafts, I would say out of all the GMs, Greer has had the, I don't want to say the most, maybe he has, but definitely the most creative trades for sure. I can't see any other team that has done any more creative draft or trades in the draft than us. We have, I mean, maneuvered so much. All hell Tunsil. We know it. Hopefully, guys, if we can get Tunsil, I'm just gonna say that'd be amazing. I mean, that'd be great. I want him back. I would trade a first for him and bring him back. I'm just saying. But as far as us, I think Greer, he's probably been working all week long trying to find out, okay, what team needs what do we need, obviously, and then how do we take this to um benefit this year, because you still want to strike this year, even though we may be a player or maybe two players away from the Super Bowl. You still want to strike this year because next year we'll have, this is, I would say, solid 3 year window. This is we've already spent 2 years to rebuild. This year is like the solidifying foundational year, and then we're gonna go for it. But then next year's really like that's it. Like there's just Super Bowl or nothing. I feel like that for this year too, but I would say mostly it's gonna be next year really the one that is like Super Bowl or bust. Nothing less than the Super Bowl for next year, but for this year we can strike. I see. I know that the AFC got so much harder, so much harder. We've got 10 legit quarterbacks in this conference. I mean, it's disgusting how loaded the AFC is, but I still feel like we have enough to challenge and enough for us to actually make it. I don't even think that we even have to worry about coming in 7th. I truly do believe that we have enough for us to be able to make it to the AFC East. And the way to do it is by beating the Bills. Take care of this what do you call it? Our division. That's how we make it. And I just want to bring on real quick, all the way from far as the world knows. Q, how you doing, Q? Thank you for coming in.
What's up, Miss Spence? Nothing much. Came to pop it. Just pop in there, show some love on the channel. Everybody in chat, hit like and subscribe. What's up, Larry? What's up, EM?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Q?
Yeah, not much.
Thank you, thank you.
Pretty white for me.
Dramatron, welcome, welcome.
Good morning.
What up, Drip?
What's up, Drub?
How's everybody doing?
Bro.
Everybody excited for the draft?
No.
Yeah, I am.
No?
I'm excited. I can't wait
We're
to see
good,
who
we're
goes
good.
where.
Listen, it's day one
I'm
of
excited.
the draft, guys. We're excited. We're
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah. Look, I don't think Miami's out of day one potentially. I think there's rumblings. Of
Absolutely.
Dolphins trying to
Look,
maybe in the first
okay,
round.
so you guys just came in.
Go ahead, go for it.
Tell me.
No, I was just, we've been talking in my Discord about the potential of moving into the first round by moving one of our guys. I don't know who you've talked about here, but I know, Gesicki's been talked about. I know Byron's been talked about. So, uh, yeah, I think there's still potential for us to get in the first round. I'm of the mindset that I think in this draft, I'd really like to have as many picks as possible, but of course, we don't really have the flexibility to trade back at this point. But I think there's going to be a lot of guys because there's so much uncertainty in this draft that slip to the later rounds, that are going to be kind of like hidden gems more so than in other drafts. So I feel like if you can have more picks in this draft, that would be better. But we'll see how they end up going.
But who would you trade him to? Just to move up into the first day. Yeah.
I haven't thought about specifically who would I trade it to. I'd look at teams maybe that are maybe with younger quarterbacks. I don't think Jacksonville's in play, right? I don't think Gesicki would land us the first pick, but I think the Giants could be in play. They've got a couple picks. I think the Eagles could be in play. There's a few teams that I think could use a pass catching tight end, and Gesicki's top 5 when it comes to that, if not top 3. Bengals definitely could use a tight end. So there's potential landing spots for a guy like Gesicki. It's just a matter of making a deal like that happen.
Yeah.
I could see the Giants or the Bengals, but I don't see the Eagles. They got Dallas Goedert.
Let me say one thing. Why would the Dolphins want to trade up all the way that far in the first round? For who would they be targeting? You have to look at it at that point. There's nobody in the top 10 that the Dolphins would want to give up that kind of. First of all, there's not one player that'll get you all the way into the top 10. Okay, I don't care. It's not one. You're going to have to package one of those. Maybe a player at a number 1 from next year will get you there. You got to. That is the reality of it, whether you want to believe it or not. So who would, at least that, if not more, but who would you want in the top 10 to give up that kind of capital?
I mean, Chad Muma.
He's not
in
a
the top 10. No,
pick. He's not a top 10. No way. He's a second rounder.
Larry, here's the thing. I wouldn't be surprised. Well, first of all, top 10 picks in this draft are not going for what top 10 picks in previous drafts.
I agree, but that doesn't mean you overpay for a player that's there. Like, for example, David says that would definitely be one if the Dolphins want to go up to the first round to get Tyler Linderbaum, but they don't have to go all the way to the top 10. He's not going top 10.
Yeah, I don't see him as a top 10 pick.
It's gonna we could potentially again do kind of what we did in last year's draft, where just the reverse, right? Last year's draft we traded back and then traded back up. We could kind of do the opposite, to trade up to trade back again.
But then my question become, like I said, first of all, guys, you got to think this out. First of all, I've said this before, and this holds true as a rule in the NFL. You don't use drastic capital to move up or down unless it's for an elite position. So as much as the Dolphins love Tyler Linderbaum, center is not an elite position. That means you're not going to give up the world to move up to get there, like 2 first-round picks and stuff like that. That's only limited to quarterbacks, to the elite positions. And in case you guys don't know what the elite positions are in the NFL, everybody knows it's quarterback.
Oh, no.
Everybody knows a playmaker, usually a wide receiver. Everybody knows
went
it's
back
a
up for
pass
Waddle.
rusher. Everybody knows it's a pass rusher, which is usually an edge, but not always. And everybody knows it's an elite cornerback. Okay? Mm-hmm. So centers are not one, guard are not one, punters are not one, safeties are not one of those that you give up the world to move up to. So to move up to get a Tyler Linderbaum for sure at, let's say, 15, the Dolphins are going to have to give up a lot. Basically, what you would give up if you want to move up for a quarterback or a wide receiver in the draft, and no team does that because that's not a good business. That's not a good move.
Yeah, but because this draft is so, I don't want to say weak. I had this conversation last night.
No. Yeah,
it's not a weak draft, okay. But there's just the value is not there. I don't think it's going to take like what it would take in a typical draft to move up to it. I'm not saying you have to move to a top 10 spot, but if that's where we can end up, I don't think teams are going to hate the
But
defense.
Dupatron, you're making my argument. This draft is weak in top end talent. This is a great draft. Guys, you want the facts? This is a great draft in the second and third round. It is. Okay. There's very few legit first round talents. Okay, first round talents in this draft. It's a weak draft there. So why you gotta move up
Mhm.
into a top 10 position for a position that not it's not an elite player gonna be there. This is not a draft loaded with if you wanted a wide receiver, you want to move it to the top 10. This is not a draft loaded with Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith. By the way, I think there was somebody mentioned it, but there's as many 4 or 5 wide receivers that would go ahead last year's draft that will go ahead of the first wide receiver in this draft. That's just give you an idea of how dearth of talent there is in that, top of the line, top of the first round. Dearth of talent there. So, Jalen Waddle was a fifth. He could be the number 1 pick in this draft. Clearly, he would be the most talented player by far and away in this draft this year.
Larry,
That's just a fact.
I'd argue that the it's not
Oh,
for
of course
lack
he
of
would be.
talent in this draft. Yeah.
I didn't
It's
say that, Sean. I'm just saying the top end first round. Like I
yeah,
said,
it's
this draft
not
is
a-
loaded. That's why it makes sense for getting second and third round pick. You go for a Chanel or a Muma.
Yeah.
They're there. They're not in the first round. They're not in the first, especially top 10
move
for the
up,
Dolphins.
if you're gonna move I don't mind moving Gesicki for whatever we can get for him this year, because next year I don't think we pay him. I don't think we pay him,
I
and I don't think they franchise him again. So you take what you can get for him, and I think what you'd end up getting for Gesicki is probably an early first round pick. It's not crazy to think that. It's like I'm not going to.
No. Gesicki a first round pick? No way.
I don't know.
I'd be shocked
Stop.
if we did that. If we did that,
Early?
No,
We did
I
do
would
that.
be shocked if we didn't do that. If some team is dumb enough to offer it.
yeah,
to
that's
us.
what I'm saying. If
Yeah,
Well,
that's
for
team
wait a
was willing
minute,
to
wait
pay
a
that.
minute, wait a minute. It could be a very desperate team, but I'd be shocked.
You know what, Miss Phins? Bill
Yeah,
O'Brien
yeah.
is one. Like I like to always tease on my show. Bill O'Brien's a once in a lifetime. We already had our Bill O'Brien. I don't think there's any GM out there that's dumb enough as Bill O'Brien was. Maybe
Trent Baalke?
there might be one right here, baller, because he's trying to do it. Bill Belichick.
Larry, I'll use your point against you a little bit there. The value of the picks in this year's draft are not what they have been in years past, correct? The talent
The top picks, yes.
of the sure. So again, the picks this year are not worth as much. So I say that with the caveat that you could get a first round pick in this year's draft for
Sure.
Gesicki, because the
Sure,
picks in
Tupatron.
defense
How
are
about
not-
this?
don't have
Definitely
to
you
do
get.
that.
Definitely get. I can tell you right now, you can definitely get a mid first round to late first round by offering next year's first round pick, which normally wouldn't happen. Why? Because you're exactly right. This is a weak draft this year, and that next year's draft is going to be slated to be an awesome draft. But how dumb is that for you? Giving up an awesome pick, potentially an awesome pick, for a pick that's basically a second round talent in next year's draft.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do. I don't. But again,
Yeah.
I think you can get a first round pick for Gesicki outright in this draft.
Not for Gesicki. I don't know.
I think we'll have to give up another pick.
Give me a player of Gesicki's caliber that any team drafted in the first round in prior years. Any player of
A
Gesicki's
second
caliber.
round? Yes. Second round, yes.
Maybe you can find even second round. The guy's not a Pro Bowler. You get Pro Bowlers at for second round pick. And a first
Gesicki's
round
not
pick.
a Pro Bowler because he plays for the Miami Dolphins.
No,
He's a
because
top three
Gesicki is not
pass-
as good as the Pro
pass
Bowlers
catching
that are
tight end.
there. He's just not. Why do you think? Wait a minute. Don't you think other teams see the weaknesses we Dolphins fans see in Gesicki?
Well,
My God, yeah.
He doesn't fit the Miami scheme because he can't block. In
No,
another,
course
he
not.
fits the scheme because McDaniel is going to put Gesicki in a position to succeed. He's going to realize, okay, he's going to,
Yeah.
if he is going to block, he'll most likely just punch a guy in the chest and then run out for a route, and hopefully he get open. Mike McDaniel's really good at getting guys open, so they can do
Yeah,
some
no,
creative
he-
stuff with
he'll
Gesicki
find
because
use for it, but
he's
he'll
one of the
find
more
use for it.
athletic tight ends out there.
yeah,
You know what, guys? Let me go out on a limb, and I said reading the tea leaves, right? You know me, I'm famous for reading tea leaves, right? I don't think the Dolphins are looking actively to trade Gesicki, because once they traded Devontae Parker, they traded their big receiver. So Gasecki's not going to be the Gasecki. This is me reading the tea leaves. Gasecki's not going to be the Gasecki we saw last year. He's going to be in more of the role of what Devontae Parker did for us last year. So all those little quick slants and all that thing, that's going to go to Waller and Tariq Hill. Gasecki's going to be the 50-50 guy that we used Devontae Parker for. So that's what I'm saying. Read the tea leaves, right? You take Gasecki. What receiver do we have? We're going to rely our whole season on Preston Williams staying healthy and actually coming out and playing up to his potential because that's the only big receiver we have at that point.
I mean, Cedric Wilson is somewhat big.
No,
I mean,
no.
he's not.
Size
not,
doesn't make you a big receiver. Play big, okay? Cedric Wilson's primarily a slot receiver.
Yeah,
So,
but Cedric Wilson is good at making contested catches, even though he's more of a route runner. But no, Cedric Wilson can make
you know what?
catches.
So can
He's just
Waddle.
not like Gesicki,
Hey,
though.
Dumatron, so can Waddle, okay? That doesn't mean you want to live and die by going 50-50 with Jalen Waddle. No, Gesicki, as we all
We don't
know, is
need
the
a
one that
50
can't separate. But man, he's got a big catch radius.
This is
that
a
you want
yak
to use.
offense. We don't need a 50-50. We're going to have separation. We don't need a 50-50 wide receiver. So, and again, if we
In the red zone, we could.
Gesicki
Yeah,
like
no, that's a
year
bad
next
statement to make. You always need that capability. Look, no team has everything. Okay, so if they would, every team would have a diverse skill set because you're going to have those needs. Like Ian Baller says, well, you can use a 50-50, definitely in the red zone.
True.
Definitely.
Sure.
Okay. So yeah, every team. That doesn't mean that I'm saying Dumatron doesn't mean that the Dolphins are going to give away because we don't need a 50.
Well, I'll
That's
tell
not
you
true.
this. With Gesicki, though, to me, he's going to be, if he stays, if we keep him, because obviously you guys know I love Gesicki, but I'm, again, Dolphins fan first and then Gesicki lover later. But as far as Gesicki, I am with you by trading Devontae Parker. We have that opening for that 50-50 gap, who has already been in this team. Now, as far as Gesicki himself, though, because we have so much speed, the teams, they're not gonna want to double team him because they can't afford to double team Gesicki because they have to worry about Waddle and have to worry about Hill. So him, like AA said this morning, he said Gesicki will be wide open. I agree. That middle is going to be wide open. And for him, he's gonna have the biggest catch radius so that if Tua has to come out, the play breaks down, he'll have his safety blanket who he's had for the last 3 years.
I agree. My concern is just again we ride with Gesicki, which I don't mind riding with Gesicki this year, but then next year we just have to let him go, and we get nothing for him. So I'm looking like long term, like 2-3 years out. Like if we just lose Gesicki for nothing, it just feels like a waste. I feel like if you were ever to get anything for him, now's the time. We still have Hunter Long waiting in the wings. Like we have options available. Right now, the nice thing is that we have the luxury to even have this discussion, right? Without
Well,
Tyreek Hill, we're not talking about getting rid of
my
Gesicki.
thing is Shaheen. We could get rid of Shaheen if that's the point because Hunter Long can be our third tight end.
I'm going to say this. I think Hunter Long right now it's his job to win, not the third tight end, the
That's
number
just
one tight
that's
end.
just in my opinion.
Yeah, that number one tight end on this team. Okay, right now the number one tight end is actually Durham Smythe. Gasecki's just like I said, like he was last year. The Dolphins are going to go out there and screw what they've been. Gasecki's just a big wide receiver. Let's put it that way. He's not a
Yeah,
true
he
tight
is.
end in any sense of the word. So if you're talking about a true tight end, last year Durham Smythe was our number one tight end. And by the way, play count pointed that out. He had more snaps than Gasecki. I want to point that out. So to me, Hunter Long, I think
I
he was
guess.
drafted in the third round for a reason. Dolphins wanted him, so apparently does have the talent. So to me, it's his job to win if he comes out and just improves and like we hope he does because he has the talent. He could block and he can run routes and he's a much better over. Yeah, that's the problem, Trey. He's unproven. That's what I'm saying. It's his to come out and win. He comes out and win and proves himself to the coaching staff. His talent will supersede anything Smythe has. Let's put it that way. Shaheen has.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
I'm excited to see how these tight ends look
Yeah.
because we got Frank Smith who coached up
And
Darren
yeah,
Waller.
and
We
it's not
got
that I don't
Embry
want
who coached
Hunter
up
Long
Kittle.
to succeed. Obviously, I want him to do it.
yeah. Look, another way of putting what I said, guys. Ian Baller put it right.
Go ahead.
In our team, Hunter Long's the closest we have to a George Kittle. That's let me put it that way, okay? So the Dolphins wanna should hope that Hunter Long comes out and ball this
Mm-hmm.
training camp and wins the tight end job outright.
Yeah, that was my thought exactly. I feel like Hunter Long fits this offense better than Gasicki does.
Look,
He just can't
at the
prove
end
it.
of go ahead. Sorry, guys. I apologize. The delay is just really awful today. But go ahead, Q. Go ahead, guys.
Guys, I gotta go. It's already 9 o'clock. I gotta go. I got an appointment at the gym. Gotta lose some of this fat, man, guys. I'm sorry. I gotta go. Hey, hopefully you do more of these morning shows, Miss Fins. Love it. Love it.
Go ahead.
You know my
Larry,
dream. I
listen,
said it for
before you go,
years.
though, I appreciate you coming on board.
Right. Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
said it. Yeah, I
Thank you
said it
so
since I
much. Thank you
started
so
my
much.
show. My dream is that we can start early in the morning and then late in the evening, 24 or well, not 24 hours, but almost 24-hour coverage of Dolphin Talk. I mean, that'll be so awesome. We came close a couple of times. Matter of fact, one time we started with Steven. Now you cover the 8 a.m. Remember, actually, with TD used to do the early morning. Remember?
That's
Some of you guys,
hey,
yeah, TD
it's
did that.
doable.
That's what we're missing, right? We had close. We had all the way covered to almost like 2 in the morning,
Yep.
except for that 5 to 7 slot in the evening. That would have been awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, guys, peace out. I'm gonna have a 1 o'clock show today. Hopefully, you guys come out. Gonna
All
talk
right,
about a
Larry.
lot of these things. Take
I'll
care, my
see you at
friends.
1 o'clock.
Well,
I know.
listen,
All right,
Larry, I
later, Larry.
appreciate it. Thank you for coming.
Peace out, guys.
Hey, hey, Miss Vince, I'm out too. It's 2 a.m. right now, and I'm just yawning my face out right now. So I just came to show some love to the channel. It sucks that it couldn't be like around
Well,
7 in the morning, but it's cool with me. I
listen,
love.
thank you for coming. I appreciate you, Q. You're the best.
All right, all right, you guys. You have a good day.
All right, later, Q.
Later.
All right.
Yeah,
And Drew,
actually, I'm closing it out too, guys, because I did say 9 o'clock is a hard stop because I'm a working woman. But I wanted to thank really quickly everybody that came on. Thank you so much because I really do appreciate it. Everybody in the chat, I really do appreciate it. I just want to really quickly, you guys give me the opportunity one more time, guys. This is Miss Fins. Go ahead and hit the like button. There is the link. I'm dropping it right now to the channel. Go ahead and like, subscribe, guys. The goal is to get to 300 subscribers. We're almost at 250. Let's make it happen because at the end of the day, just like Larry said, having 24-hour coverage of the Dolphins is fun. So let's go ahead and do it. Yup, David, it is 9 a.m. here, so I still gotta go to work. But definitely want to go ahead and thank everybody that came up: Driberton, Ian Baller, Larry from the Fins fan panel. Um, my God, my brain is just everybody that came up here. I really do appreciate it because at the end of the day, we're here all about the Dolphins, and it's day one, guys, of the draft. It's gonna be fun. Also, remember the Wharf, Miami, and the Wharf Fort Lauderdale will be having draft day parties for the Dolphins. So go ahead and check them out tonight. If you go to MiamiDolphins.com, I believe they have the details. So go ahead and check those out. Thank you to 305 Sports Bay for coming out this morning. That was fun. But thank you everybody for in the chat. And like I said, like, subscribe, hit the like button because guess what? The more Dolphin content, the better. You know what I mean? It's all about the Dolphins. We want to be able to go ahead and do the. Oh, my bad. Listen, Michelle, you're always welcome, dear. So I definitely want to. I want to see you here. I'm gonna do a ladies show. I want to see you absolutely. Be able to go ahead and do so. Von Joe, is this going to be a regular thing? I'm trying. But waking up early, it's rough, man. But thank you so much for coming, Drub. I appreciate you. Do you have any last thoughts, real quick, before I let you go, real quick, sir?
No, I appreciate it. Thanks for having the morning show here. It was fun to chop it up in the morning. I think, look, stay tuned in the draft. I think there could be some things going on. But if anything, look, we kind of already drafted, right? We drafted Tyreek Hill a couple weeks ago. So it's all good. We got him now. So fins up. Have a great day.
Exactly. Thank you, Fins up. I appreciate you. And that's it, guys. Again, this is Miss Fins. I am Miss Fins. Hit the like button, guys. Share the content. Why? Because it's so much fun. I'm gonna try to do this more of a regular thing between the 8 and 9 a.m. Hour, at least twice a week, if not more. But it just guys, it's a lot. But, we'll make it happen because it's all about you guys. But I need your help. I can't do this by myself. This is our channel. Again, this is Miss Fans. You see this dolphin over here? This is our dolphin. You see this little pretend guy? This is Tua riding this dolphin to the Super Bowl, which is what we need. So, day one of the draft. Thank you for joining the Miss Vince draft party. I appreciate you guys coming. Oh, just to let you guys know, I will be making my rounds perhaps later on tonight for sure. I will be in the Fins Talk Today channel tomorrow with Bobby Fins Talk. So go ahead and check that out. I will be there. I believe 7 o'clock is when it's starting, obviously for the draft. Um, We'll also, I might be doing some other rounds in other channels too, but for sure that one I know is booked. I'll be able to go ahead and do that. And guess what, Von Joe, don't try, just do. We got your back. Build it, and they will come. You know what, Von Joe, I appreciate it. And having you guys come, it really makes it so much worth it. To be honest with you, what is it? Chief Miss playoffs. You heard it here first. Hey, David. That would be hilarious. If the Chiefs miss the playoffs, I don't think so. I think they'll make the playoffs. But if they do, that's going to be a real, real shocker to me, honestly. It'll be a real shocker. But guess what? I don't care because I'm a Dolphins fan. Hello, Dolphins fan. Hello, Dolphin fans, so it's perfectly fine. Let them miss it. But yes, guys, thank you so much for being with Miss Finch this morning. I appreciate it. Again, this is Miss Finch. You guys have a wonderful day. And like I said before, hit the like button, guys. Subscribe. Let's get us to 300 subscribes, guys. 300 subscribers, okay? We already big time. We already got awesome donations already. So go ahead and do it. You don't have to do it, but if you want to do it, it's in the description. It's also in the little banner thingy that keeps going down. You can definitely feel free to donate, but you don't have to. Please do not feel like you have to. I really need subscriptions, guys. Let's get those subscriptions up. Like, subscribe because hey, it makes it fun. And if you're right and you say, Von Joe, that we're gonna go ahead and if you build it, they will come. Then I will make this more of a regular thing. But I gotta have you guys come on. I gotta have you guys support. So if you guys support, I'll definitely do it. And the goal is just so you know, so we're all on the same page. We got to get to 1,000 before the new season starts. I mean, before week one, before preseason, we got to get to 1,000 before, and we can do it, guys. So share it, share it, share it. Please share it. It's so easy. YouTube.com/Miss Fins. That's it. Super easy. MISSPHINS. Guys, if you're following me on Twitter, I know, right? If you're seeing me on Twitch, guys, again, Miss Fins on Twitch, MISSPHINS. On Twitter, you guys already know. Breaking news. I get most of the stuff. I'm able to do it right then and there quicker. But Miss Fins, again, Miss Fins, MISSPHINS. Go ahead and like, subscribe, get more. I definitely am looking to build more subscribers over there and more followers on Twitch and on Twitter. But definitely got to get the subscribers up here, guys. So help me out. We are multicasting with what a fun feature. But anyways, guys, thank you so much. Happy draft day, guys. Oh, and if you haven't seen this movie, I don't know where you've been, but that Kevin Costner movie Draft Day, I absolutely loved. Absolutely loved. I don't care what anybody says. That is a phenomenal movie. I mean, to me, guys, it was so good. Is David still daydreaming? Obviously, crazy things happen like Cincy in the Super Bowl. Hey, he's right. Crazier things have happened. Cincinnati in 3 years making it to the Super Bowl after missing it since 1988. That's all I gotta say. But listen, I'll pause my morning workout next time. I got you. Thank you, my I appreciate it. But guys, again, thank you so much for joining Miss Fins. This is Miss Fins. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Enjoy draft day because let's see what the AFC does. Let's see what the AFC does too. Anyways, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it for the love. Bye bye.